Hey guys, how's it going? Working on the reed saw. I already tore the other 4910 apart and got my cylinder. Uh, did a bunch of milling on this. I shortened it to the. That's about as far as I wanted to get it to the reed cage because the closer I'm getting that, the wider it's getting, and then before too long, it won't have good mating surface to the jug. But I changed the angle and milled this out. I still got to finish. Actually thinking about sandblasting this to get it roughed up good for the JB Weld. But as you can see, put this on here. As you can see, I pitched it on quite a bit more angle this time. I wished I could just bolt this to it, but it don't work that way. There's just not enough meat in here to. Uh, I'd still like to tack weld this. I was debating on getting a hold of my buddy up at the body shop because he's got an aluminum like MIG welder. I would like to, spot it in pretty good here on the bottom, and then like a spot there, and then not worry about the rest of it on the cylinder and just epoxy it. But man, after warping that other cylinder as bad as I did there, I'm really petrified about tacking this on, and I'm just scared that JB Weld won't be enough to hold it on them. I fear so. I'd like it tacked and JB welded, if that makes sense. But let me set it on the saw here and show you the angle that I changed, I guess. Well, you should be able to see it this way too. See how much higher that sits. The other one, I had this carb bolted on like that on the other cylinder, and this hole here you couldn't even see. So I got it up quite a bit higher. I wished I could just use this block and bolt the carb. Well, actually I'd have to go like this if I was using this carburetor. I got other carburetors coming. I'm not sure what one I'm going to settle on yet. I wished I could just bolt it on like right there, because that would leave plenty of room for my velocity stack. There's a plastic one I made. That would leave plenty enough room for my velocity stack right there. I should be able to still get the shroud cover on, and it would leave plenty of room for throttle linkage. And if I use a 372 carb, the choke shouldn't be that bad to hook up. I mean, I could probably make something with the steel carb, but I have a sneaky suspicion it's going to be. Let me get this started here. I know I'm babbling on. Throw just a couple bolts in it to show you this block that I made. Okay, it's not tight or nothing, but this is that adapter block that I made. I still got to trim it up around the shape of it, but that would give me holes here that I could either mount, like a 660 carb, because it'd be offset. Then I could still, I wonder how that would work. it just gives me options. I could mount that carb. I could mount this one sideways. I'd still have to trim out around so I could, you know, get throttle. I don't think that linkage would be too bad to build there, but truthfully, it's adding more space onto my intake manifold that I didn't really want. I'd like my intake manifold as short as possible, but if only they would have made these two bolt holes the same spacing as them. I can't put it in here. I just don't have the room, and then the reeds would be opening a little different. I don't think I could mill off enough. Yeah, it would just fits best just this way that I carved it all out. Wish this jug was made out of steel and I wouldn't be so scared of welding on it. I'm not the greatest aluminum welder, but then after I get it JB welded, I could come in here and work the port to the size that I want. So many options, but I just thought I'd show you that and like the problems you got to overcome with it. So I'll keep you guys updated, but here's a quick update on my headache. So you guys have a good one.